Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone and Royal. Peace and blessings, salutations to the whole collective Israel. Alright, this lesson, I'm going to get into Serapis, a little bit about that, and about this ridiculous image that they keep putting up and Christians keep worshiping. And first of all, you're worshiping an idol. You're not supposed to do that in the first place. Salvation is only for Israel. The Bible is only for the Israelites, all right, which are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and people of that descent through their father's seed. All right. So I watched a video by Elder Apostle Gabar. I don't know if it was days ago or like a week or two, but it was on Serapis, and I'm deciding to go to this website. So it's on MuslimProphets.com, which ignore that. All right, religion is bullshit. All right, the Bible is not dealing with these religions that they push worldwide, especially not Christianity. All right. So this is it says Council of Nicaea. Salaki if I mispronounce anything. 325 AD at the Council of Nicaea. Nicaea, you get the point. All right, Salakia. Under Emperor Constantine and Bishop Hosius of Cordoba, I'm probably butchering these, but Serapis Christus, the Greco-Egyptian god, became Eosos Christos, the Christian god, in 1524 AD. Isos Christos was renamed to Jesus Christ. It was officially declared that Jesus Christ was equal to God from the substance of God, begotten God from God, and the new undeclared replacement for Serapis Christus. According to the Bible, the name. Well, first of all, it's important to know the names. Names of the Father is Yahweh, which means He exists. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, which means He delivers. All right, and that's extremely important. Excuse me, Salakia. And Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are not equal. Yahweh is above Yahweh Shai. All right, which is very clear. Let me get that first. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. All right? That alone proves that. Now I think I was in Exodus 23. All right, so calling on the name Jesus Christ, which goes back to Serapis Christus, would you not say that that's calling on a different God? Because it's not the name of the Messiah, and that's why it matters, because a lot of people, even people that know they're Israelites, push this false ideology that the names don't matter. Well, they do matter, because if you're calling on Jesus Christ, you're calling on Serapis, which is a false god, all right, which is not the God of the Bible, all right, and God is a title. So which God are you talking about when you say, because when you look, when you understand, what's going on behind the scenes, like the Illuminati and all the satanic stuff that they do, when celebrities and rappers and all these people, which goes into celebrities, athletes, all celebrities, people higher up, when they say God, most of the time they're talking about the devil. All right, so just because you say you're praying to God, which one? There's many gods, but there's only one capital G God, and yes, that does matter. All right, show some respect. But the name is what you call on. You call on the names of Yahweh and His Son, Yahweh Shai. All right. Jesus is Serapis. So when you're praying to Jesus, you're praying to Serapis Christus, which is a false god. All right. Exodus chapter 23, verse 13, and in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. So you're making mention of other gods by calling on Serapis. And notice how it doesn't capitalize the G there, because it does matter. All right. So, I mean, you can look at all this stuff you want, but it's pretty clear that you can just see just from looking at it that this looks like who the world calls Jesus Christ. And a lot of the icons, they so-called whitewashed as well. But the thing that really stands out to know that this Serapis is, where in the Bible does it say the Messiah looks like this? Can you Christians, back up anything you say by the scriptures? Because I've never seen any precept showing that he looks anywhere remotely close to this. And that is extremely disrespectful. Show me in the Bible where it says he looks like this. You can't, because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Why? Well, let me tell you. I'm going to read to you what it says the Messiah looks like according to the Bible and not how I feel. All right, but I am very thankful and grateful to understand what he looks like. And even before I came into the truth, and I'm in confusion to face, brother. All right? So I don't even look, like a so-called Negro to an extent, well, I don't, but you can, if you're not super carnal, if you look at least at face features, and you can tell it's a little different. All right? But the point is, I already had a feeling that he was a so-called black man with an afro. That's what I believed, and that's what I wanted to be true. Okay? So I'm glad that the Messiah isn't some leprous caveman. All right? Because he's the son of Yahweh. And Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you're going to learn today, are both so-called black men, not leprous Flintstones. All right? This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. So not only does it compare it to snow, it also compares it to the texture of wool. Can I prove that that's talking about the texture of wool? You're damn right I can. And a different precept talking about Yahweh. But let me finish. And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice is the sound of many waters. So you read this, and without using your emotion and your vain thoughts, if you picture exactly what this is saying, you would picture a dark-skinned man with a white afro and a white beard. He has red eyes from drinking wine, and he has a loud, probably a deep, very deep voice. All right? So if you pictured that and put it right in your room, you're telling me that you wouldn't think that's a so-called black man. If you say anything but yes, like if you don't agree that sounds like a so-called black man, then you're a liar. You're lying to yourself. All right? You are lying. All right? That's clearly a so-called black man. There is nobody else that's describing. Nobody else. All right. Now let's look at God. All right. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So who is this, man? Well, now let's see what the Bible says about what so-called God looks like. Yahweh. All right. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So his hair is like the pure wool. And if you remember, the Father and the Son look pretty much identical. This is John chapter 14, verse 8. Philip saith unto him, Lord, show us the Father, and it sufficeth us. Yahushua saith unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father, and how sayest thou then, Show us the Father? Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. So they look identical. So they both have white woolly hair. And you know what's really funny? And I'm saying that ironically. Alright, well, really sarcastically. Okay? There's a movie, which I haven't seen, but it's called Bruce Almighty. It's supposed to be, it'll say drama, fantasy. Fantasy. It's a fantasy. Pretty sure it's also supposed to be a comedy, right? Because it has a comedian in it. What do they depict God as in this movie? Wow. A so-called black man with woolly hair, and really it's like a grayish white. White and gray. They're making mockery of Yahweh, and you laughed at it. You heathens are going into slavery, and I'm not going to shed a damn tear for you, man. All right, you deserve it. Just like we deserve to go into our punishment for being disobedient. All right? You make mockery of this. You think it's a joke. You think it's laughable to think that God is a so-called black man. Well, good for you. Because, like I've said before, your opinion means absolutely nothing. Your opinion is not going to change reality. All right? And reality is that who you call God and Jesus are both so-called black men, and their names are Yahweh and Yahushai. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai. All right? So, and here's just another picture. So, once again, who the fuck is this? Who is this then? Who is this? This is Serapis Christus, just remodeled. That's Serapis Christus. You're worshiping a false god. If you're not praying in the names Yahweh Shemaushai, you're praying to a false god. But you shouldn't be praying to an idol at all. Right? Enough with the idol worship. Let's go to Proverbs. I think it's in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4. Yeah. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fists? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? Canst tell. So if thou can tell. Alright? Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. I think it might be Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 14 verse 9, and Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Yahweh, and his name one. There's going to be one God, capital G God, and his name one. He doesn't have many names. Him and his son don't have many names. They have many titles. There's a major, major difference. All right? There's a major difference. All right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and Royal Well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.